Welcome to the Rockhound Podcast. This week we have Wild Kyle. So, Kyle, go ahead and take it away.
Hey everybody, Wild Kyle here. Good to be here. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a good time.
All right. Welcome, Wild Kyle.
Welcome.
Yeah. And I am Karen Britt from Ozone Adventures here in Oregon. And I want to take a moment to thank everybody for tuning in. Those of you who have been tuning in all along, thank you so much. And if you're viewing from the first time, thanks for coming by. And Kurt?
My name is Kurt with Rock.Hounding.Adventures out in Western Colorado. Theo?
My name is Glenn, and my channel is French Pottery Emporium.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
Hi, Glenn.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah. Kyle, it goes to you now.
Oh.
I thought I didn't have another line yet.
I'm Kyle with
Yeah,
World
I'm
of
done.
Rockhounds. I'm Kyle with World of Rockhounds, and yeah, that's our introductions. So, how was everyone's week?
Hey, Kyle. Yeah, how was your week?
My week's been good. I went out fossil hunting a couple days ago, and in the middle of the Florida swamp with Paleo Chris, and so
Nice.
we've got a video on that coming out within the next few days. I'll have that edited and posted, so that was super fun. And I've had a ton of musical performances this week as well. I had 2 in a row yesterday and the day before, so that was super fun. And today I was actually interviewing some people. I was at a show. It was a live stream, and I'm the host, so I interview these folks. And now it's funny here because I think y'all are probably going to be asking me some questions. So the tables have turned.
Yeah, let me start with a question. Did you find anything significant on your hunt with Paleo Chris?
Yeah, well, I don't want to give too much away because the video is not out yet, but we did find some cool stuff. I actually sent Theo a photo the other day of some of the stuff, and yeah, I got into a little pocket of some mastodon fossils, which was pretty
Nice.
cool. So I was finding pieces of teeth, and they were all busted up, sadly. But man, I was kind of feeling around in the mud in the river. I pulled out like a big weird leg bone piece or something. I don't know what it was, but it was big. And that was right there along with like the busted up teeth from the mastodon and other bits of bone and stuff like that. And then I found a few associated horse teeth, fossil horse teeth as well. I found about 5 of those all in one little spot, so it must have been from the same horse. So that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you for the. I didn't mean to divulge anything that was like secret for the next video, but thank you for the preview.
It was a better find. It was a better find that I didn't. That Chris found that I didn't expose. So
teaser. Everybody needs to tune in.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm sitting here just like nodding, like yes, he did find cool stuff. I saw that stuff.
Well, actually, Theo, you didn't see what Chris found. I didn't get a picture of it.
Oh,
so,
well, even what I did see was okay. So cool. I get to still be surprised.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So, Kurt, how about you?
I just had a video come out and of my most recent hunt, and I think I'm gonna work on. I randomly had a box in the mail that came in full of rocks, and I wasn't expecting it. So it's from the channel This Rocks, Jody and her family, and they sent me a nice box of Obsidian as well. Some like I did not say a bad word.
Well, good.
Sorry, I was trying to say something else. I was trying to say a dead camel, Jasper, and they also have out in Nevada. They have some some lapis. They can be found out there. I've only known as lapis as like blue with some like pyrite in it, but they have pink and green lapis out there, which is a little bit more rare. So they sent me a bag of that. So I'll send the. I actually have one here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'll send the picture.
Whoa.
To it. So I'll cap that up and make something cool out of it. But yeah, that's my week.
Nice.
Well, you, Theo?
I haven't been out since the last time we recorded, but I have been busy because I'm getting ready for festival at the end of the summer, and I have to get a lot of stuff prepared. So I've been making bismuth crystals, which are awesome. Love the bismuth. And here's another nice one. Love making me some bismuth crystals. I'll send pictures too, because you are probably not going to be able to see how cool these are through the screen. But then other than that, I am making a bunch of gemstone eggs, and these two are Petoskey stones.
Oh, nice.
Which is awesome, and they're really cool.
I think I saw those on TikTok, right? Yeah.
I did see those on TikTok.
Yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I'll check it out afterwards.
Yeah, everyone tune in now for that. Like, go check it out.
Just go to TikTok, you know.
Is it going viral?
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, we have to bring Kyle up to speed on that. So I'm going to be making jokes about TikTok for the rest of my life now, because I posted a stupid little video of a shell, and in 4 days it got 980,000 views.
Oh my god.
Is it 2 million yet?
I'm like, why?
No.
It just stopped short of 1 million.
Yeah, it's like literally 983.
Come on.
It's so close to 1 million.
Boy, if you didn't have OCD before, you're gonna have it now.
I did, and still do. It makes me so mad, because that dumb little video has more views than my entire channel.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Right on. How about you, Kyle? Other Kyle? Did you
Normal Kyle?
Normal Kyle. How about you?
Oh, me?
How was your week?
Or the more talented Kyle on the other side.
Wilder one, but the
we'll just say wild Kyle and tamed Kyle.
Oh.
Mild Kyle.
There you go.
Mild Kyle, yes. I love that.
I like that too.
That seems pretty fitting. I'll just rename my whole channel.
Yeah.
You're soaking in it.
My name is Kyle. I'm the founder of Wild Kyle. Or not Mild Kyle. Oh, yeah, no, you can't do that.
Wow.
You're already in trouble, and it hasn't even been 10 seconds.
I know.
We're in the multiverse, though.
But yeah, I'm got my Obsidian order done for my customer finally. The hardest part was getting all the final scratches out, and I'm trying to record to kind of let people know, like, hey, this is what can happen when you're polishing Obsidian. It's just it is what it is.
It'll take your life.
Yeah.
Simply.
And then I had forgotten. I would have kept working last night, but my bucket of clean water from my machines ran out, and I didn't feel like filling it back up at like 2 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? This is a good stopping point. I'll go ahead and end it here. But I forgot when I was working on the wheels before, I found a particular set of way I'm doing things. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I was doing that. And I went back to do the same thing, and it actually made the surfaces a little bit easier to work. And as far as getting all the scratches out. And then Amy got a really cool gift from her mom for Mother's Day. And it's this really cool water fountain that has a little tree and a little beehive, and it's a little water fountain. And it's got a bear. And I thought it'd be really cool to glue some carnelian agate to kind of meet up to that beehive. So it looks like there's like honey coming out of it. And then it'll turn into the water feature. So I might even do a little quick video on that. Just gluing some agates together to make it look like honey.
Do it.
That'd be cool. Yeah, do it. Definitely.
Maybe I will.
You should.
Maybe you will.
You said that with such a tone of, I might, but if I do it, it's my own choice, and I'm not doing it
because y'all.
Fine, I won't.
Maybe I will.
Nice.
Well, what about you, Kyle?
Do what?
How's your week?
Yeah, we started with Kyle.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
I'm
we
so
started
sorry.
with
We did. Well, I'll be Kyle too, though. I mean, we could have 3 Kyles. If you want.
Yeah.
What about you, Kyle, number 3?
Yeah. Well,
Karen.
It starts with a K. It's still viable.
Yeah,
We got a chance to slide on down the coast, actually, to Cape Perpetua and Hasita Head, and there were still rocks hanging out on the beach, which was crazy because usually by now the sand has taken over. But there's a couple places where there's some rivers coming out and you can still kind of walk along and find some cool stuff. And I did. So
Cool.
And there's never a wasted day when you go down on the beach anyway. You know, it's just so good to just not care about a darn thing and just listen to the ocean crashing onto the beach and the ripples of the stream coming in until you realize that the tide's coming back in and that you're gonna be taken out to sea if you don't move. So that was really a highlight of my week.
Nice.
Sounds fun.
Yep. So back to you, Kyle. Number mild.
Mild Kyle. I did have a question. Theo, I know that you talked about possibly doing a second Maker's Challenge towards the end of this year. Have you already picked out who will be doing the Maker's Challenge? If you don't want to give it away, we can just
2.0. I have ideas.
Okay.
I do not have a full list of 14 yet, but I definitely have some in mind. And I haven't even started reaching out to people yet, honestly. I still need to pick a date, but second one will be a rotating one. I'm probably going to try to keep because I'm planning on doing one in at the end of March, like we did the first one. And then one, I'm still debating on if I want to do October maybe, just to kind of have 2 a year. But I know that the March one will be kind of a set lineup. We'll say that the original makers are grandfathered in at this point, but I definitely want to bring different people in every single time for the second one. But I am not sure who all is going to be it yet.
I'm just curious and excited to see who will be on round 2 and what their projects will be. So I'm just getting ahead of myself. I'm just curious.
We also enjoyed the Maker's Challenge. I don't blame you, Kyle, for having an excitement. So we want to watch it again. So can you make another one happen, awesome. Theo? That was so cool. Yeah,
it was such a cool event, man. Yeah, bringing 14 channels together for 1 week of awesome projects, dude. It was so cool. It was just awesome seeing it actually come to fruition. But soon I will actually start getting my butt in gear and actually figuring out 2.0.
I'm about to ask you some more questions about how you pick the people. Maybe a later date we'll ask you how you
pick another
them.
One.
It's actually super random. The first one was just I would invite people that I personally knew or have interacted with before. And then every single time I told them to give me a recommendation. And that was pretty much how the first lineup came to be.
I thought it was
magic. I'm probably just going to get it. Yeah. Magic.
What?
I was going to say next time I'm just going to set up a dartboard and just with a bunch of different channel names.
There you go.
You have to do a dartboard and then spin it though. You gotta spin
a roulette wheel.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, roulette. There you go.
Well, let's go ahead and start off with our questions. Karen, you want to lead it off?
Yeah, actually, Kyle, man, I have a gazillion questions for you, so I have to I have to tone it down to one right now. But I shoot, and it's really hard to choose. So I'm going to go ahead and ask, there's a blanket question that I love to ask the guests at large. What is the weirdest thing you found while rock hounding that wasn't a rock? And and for you that includes fossil hunting. And I think actually with the caveat of fossil, you can, if you found something like appropriately weird, you could mention that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be appropriate though.
Okay.
I shouldn't even use that word.
Just keep it G-rated so I can do some editing.
I want it weird though.
Well, as far as the wording goes. Like, I'm sure you can figure out other wordings, but certain words.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm surprised we've not found anything like very like X-rated, while I'm looking for stuff, which is surprising. I mean, but the weirdest thing that I've ever found, or that we've ever found, because I'm kind of speaking about a video that Chris and I did together now. It was really recently actually, and we were in a creek looking for shark teeth, and we came across this little piece of paper, and it was like rolled up paper, and it was like this little scroll thing, and it was wrapped up with a little like tweed little thing, and you could see it was all like fancy cursive writing on it and stuff, and it was in the water though in the creek, but it must not have been there long because it wasn't like completely disintegrated or anything, and we were like kind of torn on whether or not we even should open it and like see what it is, because it seemed possibly like something deeply personal, and we're like, okay, we're gonna open it anyways, and if we have to, we'll put it back, whatever, and so we opened this little scroll thing, and it's like 4 or 5 sheets of paper, and it says the same thing over and over again on the front and the back of each page, like 60 times, something like that. And it said something like, there was like a name, it was like Roberto something, and it said like, "You are with me forever, thank you God for everything," and something about like union and like getting like something, I can't remember exactly what it said. It was in the video, but it sounded like this person was like talking about marriage, like being married to somebody or something like that. And it was just kind of strange. It was so weird. I don't know. We were kind of
weird.
We didn't like mess something up, but so a lot of people in the comments said that it was they thought it was like somebody trying to like manifest something. So hence the writing over and over again. So they thought maybe they were trying to manifest this person to marry them or whatever, something like that. They tossed it in the creek. And so normally we clean up trash that we find in the creek, but this one we're like, I guess we leave this. I don't want to like disrespect the person who threw it in the creek. So we just wrapped it back up and left it in there. But that was definitely the weirdest thing that I think we've ever found on a trip, because I can't think of anything else that's really that sticks out that much.
Right on.
I remember Chris's reaction when you guys were reading it off, and he's like, "Dude, is this like a curse?" The video was hilarious.
It was kind of scary. I was like, oh no.
Just a big old love note.
Right. Or is it legit haunted? One or the other. We're like,
oh God,
worried. That's hilarious. Well, that's cool. How about you, Kurt? What about your question?
Well, mine kind of goes along with Karen, but but more like animals. What is the most interesting animal that you've come across while out rock hounding or fossil collecting?
Let me think. We surprisingly don't have a whole lot of encounters really with wild animals and stuff like that, even though
that's good.
Thankfully,
yeah.
I mean, there's been a couple times like Chris and I were in a creek a while back, like maybe a year or two ago, and we heard all this like crazy shrieking and like squeals off in the distance.
Oh jeez.
It was like, and we were like, whoa! and then we like looked up into the woods, and like we're down in the creek looking for fossils, and up in the woods there's like this pack of wild hogs, like wild boars, and they're pretty, like they can be pretty aggressive and stuff like that. So like we could see them off in the distance. They were like fighting with each other. That's why they were squealing so much and stuff. And they started coming towards where we were at, and we were like, oh no. So we like climbed up in a tree. There was like a tree falling down, and we like went up to the top of it, and the pigs, like they went down into the creek, and they like crossed basically right where we were at. And like we watched them. They were just being like nasty the whole time, like squealing and stuff, being like hitting, like they would like tackle each other basically, and like it was kind of wild.
I'm glad there was. I'm glad there was a fallen tree there for you to climb into. That would have been scary.
But no, that was a pretty interesting experience, and but one similar one, well, one that's like sticks out to me too is me and Chris were diving, and Chris was trying to like get me to move because apparently there's something going on that I couldn't see, but I'm like looking in the spot, and I'm like in this gravel area looking around, and I'm like, oh, this is a good spot, and Chris is like, he's like this because you can't talk underwater scuba diving. He's like trying to tell me to move, and I'm like, no, man, I'm in a good spot. And he's like, no. He's like, you gotta move. You gotta. And I'm like, I'm staying right here. I like didn't want to move. I was like, why are you telling me to move? And he grabbed my arm and just like pulled me, and I was like, whoa. And then like after he pulled me and we got to a different spot, he went like this. And so there's a snake. After we got up out of the water, a snake was like right at my legs, like underwater with me.
Oh wow.
That was
terrifying.
Cool. I never even saw it. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was kind of crazy. But yeah, so those are a couple of the animal experiences.
Are you scared of snakes at all?
Do what?
Are you scared of snakes at all?
No, I'm not scared of snakes. They don't bother me at all, really. The only time I ever feel like scared is if I like accidentally like get really close to one without realizing I'm really close to it because they blend in really well. So that's the scariest time is when you like. It actually happened with Theo when Theo was here and we were in the creek. I like set my camera down and that little copperhead was literally like maybe like 10 inches away from my hand or less.
Ooh.
I like set the camera down and I looked over and I saw it and I was like, oh, hey, buddy.
Dude, Alexis noped the heck out of there.
She bailed. She was like, I'm moving down.
Like, nope, not today.
Yeah, those are some interesting times.
Oh, those are some good stories.
Dude, honestly, the wild boar in Florida and like Texas and stuff, that scares me more than like honestly any animal we have in Montana other than like grizzlies. Like they can do serious damage. Like that's actually pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm more scared. I'm more freaked out by the like wild boars than the snakes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Those boars can get pretty big.
Yeah, they get huge.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yes, snakes can just pick up and throw away.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Not always.
Don't go to the Amazon
recently.
Yes. Yeah. I was messing with some rocks about a month ago, and I noticed there was a snake kind of coming straight at me, like a little baby one. And I looked at it. It looked like a bull snake. So I reached down and picked it up by its tail and threw it. And it came at me again. So I tried doing it again. And I realized it striked at me. And I got closer and looked at it, and its tail was sitting there doing this. It was a little baby rattler. And yeah.
Nope. That's a nope rope.
Yeah.
Just throws it.
No big deal.
Yeah.
That's the most old west thing I've ever heard.
I saw my life flash before my eyes when I saw it strike at me that second time.
I have to do some research and see what Snakes California has up where we used to live in Crescent City, because I feel like there's water moccasins up there, but I'm not too sure. I distinctly remember when I was younger, my family and I went out swimming there at the Smith River, and there's a snake in the water, and me being liking snakes and reptiles and stuff like that, I go in there, bum rush a snake, throw on the beach because I wanted to play with the snake. Well, my sister was in directional throwing distance of where I threw said snake.
Whoa.
And she flipped. But the snake didn't have like a triangle shaped head, and it looked more like a moccasin than it did like a garter snake. So don't know if it's poisonous, but it got away, and my sister yelled at me. She was crying. But I guess my question for you, for my question anyway, I had a different question I usually ask, but since you have probably better chances of going more places than we are, if the without money and time being a burden on you, where would you want to go rock hounding, and what would you be looking for?
Man, there's a few things I feel like. One of the ones that like really quickly came to my mind was I believe it's the Jurassic Coast, which
Yes,
is
yes.
Yes.
Good.
I really, really want to find piratized ammonites. Bad.
Dude, we're going.
We got to do that.
I want to come.
We're going, Kyle. You better let me know when you do that, because that's been on my bucket list forever.
Yeah, Sam.
I mean, if we get like a bunch of us Rockhounder and Fossil Hunter YouTubers together, we can just split costs. Let's go.
That would be awesome.
Right?
Like that's one of the things on the top of my list. Those things are ridiculously beautiful. Like I really want to find some of that stuff. Yeah, so that's definitely the first thing that comes to mind. But there's so many places. There's just like endless things. Even just in the U.S. too. You know, there's a lot of places I'd like to go to. Like one of them is is it the Green River Formation in Wyoming?
Yes.
Yes.
We were just talking about that.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
I wanna do that
'cause
really bad.
we might be doing that this summer.
That sounds like a group trip to make right now.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Totally.
seriously.
I've already talked to my wife about it, and I just need to know when you guys want to do it, and then
Same.
I need to know in advance because I have a trek that I usually go on with the organization that I belong to, and it's been shut down for the last couple of years because of the pandemic. So basically, that frees up about 3 vacation hours of time for me.
Oh,
Or
nice.
3 days worth of vacation hours. So I'm down for going. I know, Karen, you could probably just park a car here at my place and just carpool there because it's like 14-hour drive from
Oh,
Corvallis.
we're staying with my mom in Thane.
Oh,
Thane, Wyoming.
so
Yeah.
I'm roughing it then.
You can come along. You can totally do that too. But like, yeah, they actually have their offices in Thane, and then the dig is in Kemmerer. And
Nice.
so
Mhm.
yeah.
So what are the prices on that? I forgot to
Dude,
really look
it's
that
so-
I
up.
think it's $100 a
so
day.
affordable.
And then if you have a group, I think it's $90 if you have 10 people or more. And it's not like I just looked at the site today. Just
Yeah.
so you guys all know.
The one I was looking at, because there's a few different outfits that actually do like tours that were there.
Yeah.
Like that allow you to come. And the one I was looking at was based on like what hour slot you were going with. But I mean,
Yeah.
even the 8-hour slot, it's not bad at all.
No. And
But,
and you know, if you want to pay a bunch of money, you can do the night shift. And so there's a bunch of different ways to play. And
Mhm.
y'all, we just need to, get our heads together and decide like what it is.
Day and
that-
time.
Yeah, I
It's
wanna
gonna
go.
be so much
think
fun.
that- Like, even if you really can't afford to do the full day, I mean, you can still do 4 hours for like, I think it's like $40, which is insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow,
not very
yeah.
expensive. But you
Yeah,
know
no,
that you're gonna be like digging through your pockets and trying to decide what like teeth you're gonna
Make
sell
room.
for the rest of the day. So
And I
don't
was
know.
thinking about this too. Like if we have a lot of us going, we can do like a campfire podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
While we're
cool.
That'd be
there.
awesome.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
there's a bunch of BLM right around there if you guys don't mind dry camping. I mean,
Yeah.
and there's regular
That's just a
camping
way of life
too.
in
Is there-
Montana.
That's
Is there
so
trees?
our ways. Yeah,
Is there trees to throw a hammock up?
there might be.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's how
I-
that's how
Yeah,
I camp. I just throw a hammock up and camp that way.
You can always like hit like the door handles between some of our vehicles,
I've done that before.
Yeah.
right?
done that
Or
before.
racks or whatever. This can work, you guys. It's okay.
Oh, dude, we're doing it. Like, it's gonna have to happen. Get a
Just
giant,
let me know
like,
when-
group
just let me
of
know when the
YouTubers.
day.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, we should.
I'm
We
in.
should. Yeah, we should also do a podcast then too. And then what we can do, we can all record individually on our phones. So I can get some extra SD cards, and then when we get back, I can throw everything together, and I can
Oh.
actually do a collaboration of everyone's different videos when like we're each talking, or even and have another camera set far apart, and so we can make that look really cool.
Yeah, we could be like, "Hey, Kyle." And, yeah.
Well, And Kyle, maybe we could integrate one of your viewer jams, like we can get the campfire thing going with, Wild Kyle's music. That would be so cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We need to figure out. Yeah, we need to figure out dates and times now.
Right on.
Right now, I'm looking at like early to mid-August is kind of what my schedule is looking like.
I'm pretty sure Wyoming's like a 3-day drive for me.
Well, we need to make sure that there's gigs for Kyle all the way there, right? With viewers, and then just 3 days later you land with us, and hopefully you've got like some sleep, any sleep, before we go digging.
Yeah, definitely. No, that would be cool to just like play some shows on the way,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, viewers, leave it in the comments, where it is that you want to host Kyle on the way out from Florida to Wyoming.
We'll be starting a GoFundMe for Kyle's gas.
That's right. Put a pin in the map for Kyle.
You can GoFundMe for a new car.
Yeah, I don't know if the Fossil-mobile would be up for there and back to Wyoming.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Maybe we can get you a Sprinter or something, Kyle. Get you out there in style. Style Kyle. Right on. So who do we still have left for a question? Theo, did you ask a question? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, Kyle, what is your favorite fossil to hunt for and why?
Wait, you cut out for a second.
You cut out.
Totally, that was like such a cliffhanger. I'm like, what is he saying?
Yeah. You're gonna just lip read what I like anyway. What's your favorite fossil to hunt for? What's your favorite fossil in general, and why for both of them?
And why for both of them? So my favorite, I guess, fossil, not necessarily a specific fossil, I would say is my favorite fossil to hunt for, but I prefer to look for Pleistocene, like mammal and reptile fossils. So that's the Ice Age of Florida, where you get the mammoth and mastodon, giant ground sloth, dire wolves, horses, and then you get alligator stuff, snake, all that kind of stuff. That's my favorite type of fossil to find, is from the Pleistocene epoch. That stuff it's always been my favorite. I don't know. I just love all the teeth and the scoots and like all the just weird bones and stuff like that. That stuff's really exciting. What was the second half of your question?
What's your favorite fossil in general?
Favorite fossil in general. Oh, it's so hard. Oh,
I know.
Is it like a fossil that I have, like that I've found?
Just even one that you might want to do at some point in your life.
Like, I'm not really sure. I think I love like the carnivore fossils from the Pleistocene. So that's like dire wolf or any type of cat, like jaguars and American lion and all this stuff we get here. And so like one of my favorite fossils that I have is a dire wolf tooth. That's the carnassial tooth. I'll have to send Kyle a picture of that so he can throw that in. But yeah, no, that's like I love carnivore fossils. Those are my definitely my favorite from that period at least, and from that being pretty much my favorite stuff to look for. I love those a whole lot. Anything carnivore that really makes your day when you go out looking.
Do you end up having to prepare some of your fossils, Kyle?
Oh no, it's Florida's weird. There's nothing in the rocks really. It's all like loose. It's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty great.
That's so awesome that Florida does that work for you. Yeah.
It really does work because I mean the stuff is like mostly preserved in like clay or like peat and stuff like that here. So when you're looking in the river and stuff like that, it just washes out from the just mud basically and settles in the riverbed or the creek bed or wherever you're at. So it's very very rare that you have stuff that's stuck in stone that you want to like prep out. And honestly, like when we find like a shark tooth that is in matrix or something here, like maybe it's like in some shell matrix, like we get the megalodon teeth sometimes with that type of matrix on it. We just keep it that way because you don't get it much and it's cool here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like that's the
I mean,
exception
here's
to
like
the rule.
maybe like half of the megalodon tooth is covered up, and maybe you can like prep it a little bit, but we generally like to just kind of keep them the way they are in the matrix because it looks cool because you don't get it a whole lot here.
Wow, that's awesome. How lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's cool to watch you guys work with the vegetable steamers to like, get those.
Yeah, that's what we did Theo the other day. Yeah, those work great.
Dude, they work awesome. And yeah, after like actually getting out into the creeks, like I totally agree on all fronts. It's so nice not having to spend like 20 hours of fossil prepping, like, oh my gosh, just finding them and them being just good the way they are. It's like, hey, that for one, that's amazing. But for two, I totally understand why Pleistocene stuff is like your go-to favorite because dude, it was crazy. I mean, you never knew what you might be pulling out at any point, you know? Like if I go out for baculites or ammonites, I pretty much know what I'm going to be finding. But when you go into those creeks in Florida, man, you have no idea what you're going to pull up. Which I think is why it's so much fun. But
yeah, that is
dying to get back.
Yeah, that's like a huge part of why that stuff's so exciting too. And so in the video that I'll be posting soon, like, yeah, I mean, you're getting like, there's a couple screens that I went through where there's like, oh, here's like a bunch of pieces of mammoth or mastodon tusk, and then here's like a snake vert, and then here's a deer tooth, and then here's a horse tooth, all in like the same screen, you know? So like, it's just kind of, there's so much variety with that stuff.
I guess WILDKYLE's gonna be going to Florida here a second.
Yeah.
How the two cows together.
I don't think the world can handle that.
Two Kyles at the same time. What would you say like recently just made your whole mind explode? Like has there been a recent discovery that just really blew your socks off? Favorite fossil to find?
Something recently?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, what Chris found the other day was pretty crazy.
But you can't divulge. And so, again, viewers, you're going to have to watch.
I don't want to be away.
Be sure to let us know when it does come out. Or when it does come out, we can put the link to that video in the description of this podcast. So for future listeners, it'll be there so that they can go straight to that video.
Yeah, that would be great. I can definitely do that. What day is today? Today is Sunday. Yeah. So hopefully I'm getting it by hopefully normally I post on Mondays, but I'm late this week, so I'll probably try and post it on Thursday.
That's actually might be a good question. You said you normally post on Mondays. How do you I'm trying to think how to answer this question. How do you like your posting schedule? Has it been good for you to post every day on Mondays? Or do you do every Monday or every other Monday?
Yeah, I try for the most part to do every Monday and maintain it pretty consistently with that. So, because I do one video a week, and yeah, I can't really give any good reason why I chose Monday, but Monday just kind of happened, you know, and it just worked. It was a day that worked out good for me to post. Um, I don't know that Monday's a better day to post than maybe another day, but it seemed to have worked out great, you know, for me. So I just kind of stick with it. And if I have an extra video for the week, like sometimes I'll get an extra one and I'll post two, and I'll be able to do that. Usually I'll do those ones on like a Thursday or a Friday or something like that.
Yeah, I think I don't know how you guys' analytics look, but for mine, Wednesdays are typically probably not the best days for posting. But yeah, I post Wednesdays anyway. At least for my viewers, like most of my views that I get is it's pretty much every day except for Wednesday. Wednesday is just kind of like the least viewed of the entire week, and I think a lot of that has to do with it's just middle of the week. People are probably just a little tired from work and they're just not really interested. But
yeah, I also post on Mondays. Like looking at the analytics, Mondays are best for me. But I also like to post videos on Monday because it is the beginning of the week, so that way I can like start like if someone's having like has had like a rough week, and I can post like a cool video, and most of my viewers, I always get the most views on Mondays, and it just to me it kind of feels like it just kind of helps boost their week, and I can tell them have a good week and so forth. That's just me personally. If that made any sense.
Oh yeah, it totally did. I love talking to other YouTubers, and they're like, "Yeah, I looked at my analytics, and statistically speaking, this is the best day for me to post." And I was like, "Man, I just said Saturday. Let's just do Saturday. Didn't even look at the analytics. Don't even now, if I'm being honest. I don't look at those stats. They stress me out." We just hope for the best on my channel.
I think I just picked Wednesdays because like my current schedule is Wednesday through Saturdays for my day job, and figured I can have it if I can get it done in time. I'll post it for like first thing in the morning, and if it's not done by then I'll do it for lunchtime. In worst case scenario, I'll have it posted the evening. So it's between one of those 3 times. And I figured if I post in the evening, then people will watch it Thursday, that's when the better view times are. So
I don't know, because last summer, which I'm trying to get back to this year, I try to always do during the actual hunting season. I try to always do 2 videos a week, which I'm slowly working back up to. Yeah, I always do. I always do Saturday and Wednesday, and that was just that was not a statistic thing. It was just like, well, what's halfway between, like, halfway in the week away from Saturday? Well, that'd be Wednesday. Okay, so I'm slowly rebuilding up my library, and I'm hoping by June I'll be back to 2 uploads a week. But
nice. I give you credit.
I'm super spoiled, and I can just record my normal work day, so I don't have to, like I can compile some footage pretty easily at the shop, which I do not take for granted. I promise.
Nice.
So,
cool.
Kyle, when you started, did you start with only one channel, like one video a week, or did you start with multiple videos a week?
Yeah, actually, I started with one a week. I've been doing that since the beginning, honestly. With the occasional, extra video for a week, which I would like to be able to get 2 out a week, honestly. And it's not really at a point yet where it's like where I'm able to, I guess. But every once in a while I do. Every once in a while I'll get an extra video and I'll throw it out there. But 1 a week is fine too. Like I'm not really in a rush to get to 2 a week. I think that 1 is just fine. Also.
No, it works for you so far.
Yeah. Congratulations on 25K. Eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations.
And what was your projection? 50K when?
I want 50,000 by the end of the year, hopefully.
Make it happen, people.
Seriously.
If you're listening. Subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's maybe it won't happen. Maybe it's not possible by the end of the year, but it's at least just a goal to have in mind to keep myself moving with it.
Oh, you never know.
I'm not gonna.
Who knows? You might not hit 50,000. You might hit 100,000. You never know.
Whoa.
Yeah. Even cooler.
Oh, I'm dying for. I would love that button they send you when you hit 100,000.
Oh, I know, right?
That would be great.
I'm almost a 10th of the way there, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah, you're about to hit 10,000, right?
Yeah, I'll probably hit it before June.
Nice.
I'm hoping.
That's awesome, man.
You gonna do any big giveaways for the 10,000 milestone?
Yeah, I'm gonna run a poll and see what people want. I'm debating on doing a live stream, but I don't know. I have this. I've never done a live stream before because I'm like, I have this fear that no one's gonna show up.
You could probably put that fear to rest right now. I mean, Kyle, did you love it?
That's great. You should do it.
Okay.
Well, the thing with live streams is like, clearly not everybody who's subscribed to you is going to be online and available at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
So like you can take my channel, for example, I have 25,000 subscribers, but the during the live stream, the highest amount of people I had watching at once was around 170 people, I think. That's a very small percentage of the 25,000. you know, that's simply just because not everybody was online at the time. Like
Right.
not many people are going to be there.
And it
So that's
was
why
your
I figured
first.
option leave it up. So I left the video on the channel, and people have been able to go watch it afterwards and stuff. So
Right.
I think that, I saw a lot of shouts for more, like, hey,
Mhm.
would you be willing to do it monthly or something like that?
Yeah.
And I think that if you were on a regular occasion, more with the live stream, that more would tune in. Because I know that the folks that I know that do, that have the same subscribership as you do, that are regular, will get like a grand. They'll get at least 1,000 tuning in for their live stream. And so yeah, it's just I think it's just about knowing that, okay, if I tune in on Tuesday at this time, it's gonna happen, like,
right, yeah.
for the month or
No,
whatever.
that's definitely the plan. Because my friend Bobby, I was at his house for the live stream. He helped me out with it a lot, because my internet wouldn't be able to stream it properly, where I live, because it's just not good enough. And so where Bobby's at, he also had like some nice stuff to use, like to like all this weird stuff to like plug the camera in and have the camera on me and like make it look nice and stuff. And then I had my mixer and stuff like that for when we were playing, like when I played songs and stuff. So we had the audio, sounding nice and everything with a
Oh,
nice
it
mic.
sounded crisp.
It was
It
so
did. It was
good.
amazing.
If you haven't
was
seen
amazing.
it, go check it out, people. Like, if you're watching now, you can, at the end of the podcast, go check out Kyle's. How long is that going to be on for people to be able to watch that live stream? Are you going to pull it down at some point?
It's on the channel permanently.
Oh, good. Okay,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, go check it out.
What we can do is we can link it down below in the description, so that way people can find it easier.
Sweet, yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'm not planning on taking it off the channel. It's going to stay up there. And what you're saying too about like more consistency with that stuff, I'm planning on doing one a month right now.
Nice.
Yay.
And so
Can't
I
wait.
think we have the date for the next one planned. I'm going to make a post about it. I don't know the date off the top of my head. I have it on my calendar, but it'll be in June. I'm going to do another one and just probably do some similar stuff, like kind of just hang out and maybe answer some questions, and I'll sing some songs again and stuff.
Yes,
Um,
please.
I'm going to make that a part of every live stream. Is I'm going to close it out with singing some songs and stuff like
Oh,
that.
dude, you got to.
Yes.
I have a request for when
Totally.
you
Do what?
do Big Rock Candy Mountain on your next one.
Oh yeah.
Copyright issues, maybe, or
Oh,
those.
Yeah.
They might actually. That song actually might have already lapsed its copyright. So that
It's
would
an
be
old
something-
song.
Yeah, it's
super
very old.
song.
So maybe you could play it and not have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that would be a good one. But no, I mean, your original stuff is amazing to listen to. So yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, I call the tail end of that.
Because I was like, yeah, if I do a cover, then I might get demonetized on this video or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, yeah, I call the tail end of that live stream. And at the time, because we always have a radio going on at our house, no matter what time of day it is, no matter what we're doing.
Nice.
I turn down the radio so I can listen to your live stream. I'm like, oh, this is better than radio.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I was amazed.
Yeah, you have a fantastic voice. I was out in the garage messing with my rock tumbling, and I tuned in the last, I think, like 10-15 minutes, and I turned all of the like stuff off that was making noise, so that way I could just sit there and listen, because you have a great voice, and yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, you started and I was like, this is a put on. I seriously thought, like, this is a put on. He just like started a recording or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, he's really doing that. Like, you're seriously talented. So
Oh
good.
yeah.
I guess that'd be kind of a good segue to a question that I would normally ask people, because we used to ask another question was you have to know that there's famous people that like rocks, plain and simple. If you think that there's probably a famous person that's using like an incognito channel name to watch other people's content, who would you think would be watching your channel?
Oh, like is for someone famous?
Yeah.
Oh man, let me think about that for a minute. Man, oh gosh.
Heavy
That's a
hitting
really
questions.
that's a deep one. Hold on, let me think about that for a second.
Should I play the jaw harp while you're like?
Yeah, that'll help me think about it. Oh, so for my channel, I would like to I would really like to think that Will Ferrell likes Wild Kyle.
Yes.
Dude, Will Ferrell would totally like Wild Kyle.
Totally.
I love Will
No
Ferrell.
doubt.
He's hilarious.
He's a funny dude.
Or even him, or even like Adam Sandler. If Adam Sandler liked Wild Kyle.
Wouldn't that be something though to see that in the comment section? Be like, oh yeah, thanks, that was a compliment. Be like,
Oh my god, that was freak me out.
I saw a question similar like that in last week's podcast, and I was super upset you guys didn't ask me, because it was if there was a celebrity who was secretly a rock hound, who would it be? And I had like the best answer, and y'all didn't even ask me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why didn't I ask? Oh my gosh. Well, what's your answer since we're here? Yeah.
Well, Josh Brolin.
Who?
Josh Brolin.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, did you see Infinity War, man? He spent like the whole movie looking for Rock.
Oh my god,
that's true. Yeah.
Sorry.
I bet the guy from I bet the guy from Jurassic Park likes looking for rocks.
Yes.
Oh.
not Chris Pratt, but like the Alan Grant dude. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that.
I always forget his name, but yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's from like England or something.
Really?
I think I'm remembering correctly. I think it's him. He's from Australia. No, I think he's from Australia. I think it might be something like that. Yeah, and I remember I was really surprised to learn it because you can't hear his accent at all when he's acting, And I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You probably paid him more for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Karen, do we have any questions from the last podcast that we can?
We do.
Ooh.
Of course we do. Yeah, so let's see. Going down to 406 Findings asks, if you weren't a rockounder or a fossil hunter, is there any other hobby that you would make into a YouTube channel? I thought that was really fun.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So, if it's like bikini modeling or what you guys do?
That was my last job.
Right on, Theo.
I've already
Way to set the bar high on that.
So, does that mean, Theo, you have a calendar out?
I do. It's somewhere.
Is it going to be your giveaway for 10K?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
we have to do that now.
Oh god.
That's a thing.
Oh geez.
I'll join in on that. Let's go.
Yes.
This podcast took a weird turn.
We're going into the
Yes.
PG pay-per-view version.
Oh yeah, sorry. Family show, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to be a bikini model in my other channel.
Okay, all right. Still with fossils, or
like two fossil shells, just like this.
Oh my gosh, dude! You made that joke like 4 videos in a row when I was getting those teeth ready for you. When I sent that box for you, and I totally was gonna send you make a clam bikini.
You
to you in that box. And I was like, no,
it's gonna happen. It's happening now.
Well, we're friends now, so.
Too much.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get a random box in the mail.
Yeah, you're just gonna get a random box with a Shalkini in it.
Yep, like some Miocene era pectins,
But I don't know. I guess for real, for another channel, I would, and it might happen eventually. I would love to start a channel that's more centered around my music.
Yes, please.
And stuff like that. And what I would want to do is like something I've thought about, and like I said, I might do it eventually just as a second channel, but like I would like to kind of have one where it's like each video is a song, but it has more than just like the song. It's like, you play the song or whatever, or get a nice recording of it or something, and explain like, so you go through the writing process of the song and what inspired the song and like, why you wrote the song and all that, and talk about all that before you play the song, and just give like insight onto the songwriting process and stuff like that. Because I think that can be helpful for other songwriters, and it's just interesting for people who are interested in music to listen to the reasons of a song, or like maybe what it meant to someone or something like that. So that's what I would do like for another channel if it wasn't rock hounding and fossil hunting.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes, that needs to happen. And then a little tag along question. What inspired you to start making the music that you make now?
Well, I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was 16, and I'm 27 now, so a little over 10 years. And I started writing probably a couple years after I started playing guitar and stuff like that. A big reason why I wanted to learn was to write. I wanted to write songs. So I started learning guitar so I could do that. And I just like, when it comes down to it, I really like storytelling. So like, I like telling stories in the songs, and that's like why I also feel like I enjoy finding fossils and rocks and like making videos about it so much too, is because that's all really just storytelling. And when you're finding like a rock or fossil or a gem or mineral, there's a story behind it. It's not there's a reason that you're finding what you're finding, and there's this whole backstory, and that's like there's a lot of similarities, I think. And it doesn't seem like it on the surface, like, oh, what the heck does songwriting and rock hunting have to do with each other? But in my opinion, there's a lot of similarities, and they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So the genre though, what's the inspiration behind you choosing like the actual genre that you've chosen?
I guess, man. So yeah, I would call it like folk and country music.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And I honestly, I grew up listening to that stuff with my dad riding in his truck, playing country music and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hee
Like
haw.
so yeah, that's like a big part of it. And yeah, I kind of like, when I was a teenager, I was really into like punk rock music and stuff like that. Like that was kind of like, it kind of moved away from the country and folk stuff into that for a little while, and then like later on is like I kind of got reintroduced to like folk and country music. Um, surprisingly by a lot of like the punk rock artists I was listening to, who were doing side projects in like acoustic folk music and stuff like that. And that kind of like gave me the idea to like, oh, I should get an acoustic guitar and start doing this sort of thing.
That is crazy. Yeah, you mentioned on your pod or your live stream that you skated and you did some things. Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting.
Punk rock teenager.
Right on.
Fun time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you still skate?
No, I go longboarding and stuff occasionally. Still, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Because it's very it's just really chill. You cruise, and you don't have to do any fancy tricks and stuff like that. That's how you hurt yourself. So
No body
it's more
slams.
A mode of transportation than a skill.
Yeah. So I love going. I go. We'll go to like a place here in Gainesville, Depot Park, and we'll go head out there and just like cruise around on longboards and stuff on like cool nights and stuff like that. Just because it's fun, be relaxing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we have a couple other questions if we've got some time. We also have, is winter the best time for rock hounding, asks Lynn Scott. And I thought that was interesting because a lot of places are seasonal. So does anybody want to weigh in on that one?
Well, I'm out here in Colorado, and in the wintertime we do get snow, and I still try and hit up the rivers when I can, but the wintertime definitely makes it hard for rock hounding. So I normally try and do as much as I can indoors for like producing content. But when I can get out to the rivers, it is cold, and it's best to use, if you're hunting the river, it's best to use waders. Don't go barefoot, and don't go with water shoes.
How would you know? Hey, Kurt, how would you know that?
Because it was my first winter in Colorado. And, I mean, I did it when I was up in Vermont once, go barefoot in the icy waters, and it was pretty cold, but not near as cold as it was here in Colorado. And I went without shoes on, and I think I started talking to myself in the video of how cold it was. So it's best to wear waders. Don't get your feet wet.
Good idea.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say everything's covered up in ice and snow, and so like snow and ice definitely makes the landscape very beautiful, but it also covers up everything that's beautiful, which I can't stand sometimes. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of y'all?
Well,
sorry, I'll let you go first, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say it's the opposite in Florida. The best time is in the winter. Because it's just so absolutely brutally hot here in the summer. It is ridiculous, and also the summer, that's when the bugs come too.
Ooh, yeah.
You have the combination of like it's extremely hot and it's like humid, and like you just like you don't have to do anything. You can just be outside and you're like, oh, I'm sweating. Cool. You don't even have to be doing anything strenuous in any way. So like, especially with like rock hounding stuff, a lot of times if we're like looking in like kind of more of the like the roads or filter areas and stuff where we're finding like calcite and stuff like that, you're just in direct sun without any water around. And the best time to do that is when it's like 50 degrees out and you can just walk around all day long and not get tired. In the summertime, you're out in the sun and it's just like within an hour, you're like, you feel like you want to take a nap already.
Yeah.
You would think that when you're looking for like the calcite fossils, you can actually go out there at nighttime with the black light and just scour the ground.
That's the way to do it. And if you're going to do it in the summer, that's the best way to do it, for sure.
There in Florida, do y'all what season do y'all get the like most rain and like thunderstorms that roll in? Is it the summer?
It's the summertime. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get. I mean, because you get in the summer, you get almost daily, afternoon thunderstorms.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I visited Florida when I was much younger for like Disney World and so forth. But like only thing like I remember every single day around like a certain time, it was always a big thunderstorm that would like move in and just rain for hours. And so I just
that always happens in the summer here, definitely. It's kind of nice in the summer because it does help cool it off in the afternoon. So yeah, it is kind of nice when it rains.
Yeah, we made the mistake of coming to Florida in July once, like tail end of July. And there's a reason we come in April and November now. Because that was miserable. And I'll never do that again.
Yeah, what were you about to say about the winter time there?
Oh, okay, so this winter was weird because usually Montana gets just bitter cold. And this winter was weird. We never, like every other part of Montana got a normal winter except for the area that I live in around the Yellowstone River. It was like, I think on Christmas Day, we looked up the weather for Daytona and it was warmer in Montana than it was in Daytona. It was like 36 on Christmas Day in Daytona and it was like 47 in Billings. But that's not the norm at all. Usually the norm is like, negative 30 with wind chills that can literally like, so other than last year, for the 4 years in a row before that, Montana got the lowest temperature on the planet for that calendar year.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Like literally beat out the South Pole, and it was up by the High Line, which is over by like Havre. That probably means nothing. I didn't know what. You don't live in Montana, you don't know what Havre is. Anyway, with wind chill, it was literally like -80.
Wow.
And so that being said, when winter hits and snow finally and the bitter cold shows up, your season's over. Like, even if you brave the weather and go out, you would literally need like a hammer and pickaxe to get the rocks out of the ground because they are just frozen in place. So winter sucks to rock hunt in Montana. Unless you're very brave and willing to risk breaking everything you find as you free it from the ground. No, rock hunting does not happen in winter. Like, oh man, I that's probably another reason we love our winter escapes to Florida, because I do not do cold very well. So yeah, winter's like my worst. I hate it. I hate winter so much.
How do you really feel?
I
Theo?
hate it. I see the snow come for the first time, and it gives me like actual like fits of rage. Like, I hate winter. Well, and then with
There's
time
extra
change,
coffee involved.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Well, with time change, there's a few weeks in the year where the sun is setting at like 3:30, 4.
Oh.
So not
Yeah.
only is it cold and
Right.
miserable, you're stuck inside. I can't do any of the things that I love to do outside. But then you also have just way less vitamin D, and like people are just grumpy. Everyone's depressed because there's no sunlight. Like, winter sucks in Montana. I hate it.
I'm not a big fan of winter.
Next winter, Theo, you and Alexis should just come stay with me in Florida.
Dude, we might have to take you up on that.
We'll have a good time.
Yeah, man. We're definitely coming this winter, though. I'm not sure. We were looking at the fall, but we might choose like December instead this time, because we usually try to come in November for Alexis's birthday, but it's still kind of nice in Montana during November. So last year, I pretty much.
Yeah. November or December. December is a great time to come to Florida because there is no fall in Florida.
Yeah.
It's just summer.
It's
like,
varying degrees of summer.
October is pretty much just as hot as July.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I like my cold weather. I like the cooler weather, not super cold, but I like the cooler weather. I'm a big guy. I get overheated really easily. I mean, even now before the podcast, turned off my fan, so like there be a whole lot of background noise, and I'm a little warm.
Yeah, that's why
I think it's because. Sorry,
Florida
sorry.
winter is just like the Florida winter is the best. It's so mild. It's beautiful.
So what do you do with all your fossils? Oh, sorry, Theo.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say we love coming in December. We came down for New Year's one year, and it was like just magical.
What do you do with all your fossils that you find? Do you sell them? Do you make a special collection kind of tucked away?
Yeah. So I display a lot of the stuff that like I want to just keep for the collection, and I just like kind of consistently have to make more room as I find things and stuff like that. So a lot of the excess stuff is going to Patreon supporters.
Nice.
So that's like the main thing I'm doing right now on Patreon is just sending fossils and stuff like that to people who sign up for it at certain tiers. So that's what I do with a lot of the excess stuff. And every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to list a bunch of stuff on my like eBay store or whatever, and then I'll usually post about that. But I think the plan soon is to start just an Etsy, because people can like follow your Etsy page, and like I think it's probably a lot better than eBay for what I want to do. So I'll probably do that one of these days soon. But other than that, I also give stuff away to like friends and stuff like that here. Just any holidays or like birthdays or even just because sometimes like I give stuff away to friends that I have here in like Gainesville who are who I'm close with and stuff. as I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that I care about here. So I just like to give them things that I find because it makes them happy and stuff. So
Nice.
that's what I like to do.
It is nice.
You sent me home with some goodies, that's for sure.
Darn straight, man. We got to see some of those on your video. Wow.
Well, and I brought that agonized coral last time.
Oh yeah.
I
know, man. I still felt like I was like I gave you that stuff, and I was still like, man, the stuff Theo gave me was so cool though.
Well, is this a good time for people to show and tell? Is this a find of the week kind of situation at this moment? Hey, Kyle, do you have something then?
Yeah, I pulled something off to the side right here.
Let's see.
I don't know how easy it's going to be able to show on here, but so this is we're going to start on this side here. Okay, so this is a fossilized whelk shell.
Yes.
That's cool.
Nice. I know what you're showing.
You can see the shell matrix and stuff right here. But when you turn it like this, there's calcite crystals on the inside of it.
Wow.
That are beautiful.
That's beautiful.
No way.
And
wow.
Glistening
That's
there.
like the height of my bucket list find right there.
That's so cool.
So did you dig that out?
Yeah. Well, it was mixed in with a bunch of other like fill material and stuff like that, and just got lucky and saw this guy sitting there.
No, just got lucky.
So
just a little bit of luck.
Yeah, that is like literally like top 3 in those and the clams you guys find. Like that's easily the top 3 like bucket list finds right there. Like those just blow my mind.
Yeah, these things
so
are
cool.
I'll send a picture of this too for Kyle so you can see the crystals up close.
I wrote down the timestamp so I can easily find it.
Yay, yes, that's amazing. How cool. And so that's cool. Pleistocene also then?
Probably either like or early Pleistocene, late Pliocene, maybe somewhere around there.
Okay.
So it's approximately around 2 million years old.
Yeah. That's
nice.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
How about you, Theo?
I'm dumb and showed my show and tell stuff when you asked earlier what we had done this week. So here's my
we get a rebate.
Yeah, I made this bismuth crystals, and then I'm gonna say this like I didn't just show you earlier. I'm making a bunch of gemstone eggs, and I made these from Petoskey stone, so that's pretty cool. Anyway,
that is so cool. Those are neat. For viewers out there, like, can you explain the stones, please? Like that might not be familiar with.
Oh, Petoskey stones?
Yes, please.
Yes, they are a species of coral. I do not remember the species name off the top of my head, but they are awesome, and they're found around the Great Lakes. I think mostly in Michigan, like is where they are in high numbers, and they look amazing.
They're Devonian. They're like 400 million years old.
Wow.
Yeah, they're super old.
Yeah.
They're they're related closely to Favosites, which is another fossil a lot like them, but I don't remember their species name. They're really cool though, and I'll send pictures to Kyle so he can put up a picture because they polish really well, they shape extremely easily, and they just they make some real cool eggs.
Yeah. I'll be going up next month to hunt for them things.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
Make a detour. Meet me in South Dakota.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it. Black Hills. Find some ammonites there too.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
Collaborations are unfolding before us.
Yes, in real time.
I'll send you a picture of that too, Kyle, to put up. Last time I went to the outside of the Black Hills, I found a clam fossil like this big.
Oh, wow.
Just huge clam fossil, and then in the same conglomerate underneath that fossil was a baculite that was like, I think it's like 19, 20 inches long.
Whoa!
But I mean, the thing is like this wide. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, dude, South Dakota, right outside of the Black Hills, is the Fort Pierre Shale, which is really similar to the stuff that's in Alberta. So you can find crazy ammonites and baculites. Almost all of them have ammonite and stuff. And Right next to that is the Fairburn Fields for Fairburn agates. So South Dakota is awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, if you have a picture of that big fossil, send it over.
I will, for sure.
Did you have a question, Kurt? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think I wanted to say something earlier, but it's already gone.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. It's probably my fault.
No, you're good. Can't
Right
remember.
on. Do you have a show and tell, Kurt?
Only one that I had was that piece that this rocks like the box stuff that they sent me with that pink and green lapis.
Right on.
If y'all want to see a fossil, I can go grab it real quick. It's one that I found from Kentucky. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, go grab it.
Do it.
I'll be right back. Okay, so it's a Devonian fossil. Not sure if y'all can see it, but there's I can't remember the exact name of the different type of coral in here, but there's a couple pieces of rugosa coral running through here, which is also known as like horn coral. But it's a pretty cool piece. I found in Kentucky in 2018.
That's
I was actually thinking about sending it to Kyle, see if he could polish this side of it for me. But
oh, is that the piece you were asking me about a while back?
Yeah.
We should do a joint venture on that. Send it to Kyle and he'll polish the butt on it, and then send it to me and I'll prep out some of those, like expose the coral more.
Yeah. That'd be real cool.
I vote yes.
That'd be a fun collaboration.
That would be.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
I'm all about collabing in any way that I can, because I already collab with everyone that lives in Montana. Travis, you and me, I know you're watching. We're going soon, bud. We are going soon, man.
Well, I'm going to come up to Montana soon and go out on a hunt with you on the Yellowstone.
Oh, dude. You just tell me when. You're welcome anytime.
Cool.
Nice.
That goes for all of you.
I want to get up there. That'd be awesome. I know everybody who's watched our videos, Theo, with us together lately has been like, you better go to Montana.
I got on my last one. That's actually why I made that GoFundMe joke, because I literally had someone on my last video, or I guess it was the first one that we did together. And someone was like, okay, if we all pitch in, we can get Kyle to Montana real quick. I was like, yeah, let's just start a GoFundMe, and it'll be the send Kyle to Montana fund.
Oh my god, I feel so bad.
We're getting you to Montana this summer, whether you like it or not. Against your will. You can't take me out for all that cool stuff and expect me to not want to return that favor. That was awesome.
Karen, what's your show and tell?
Oh, I just have this really big bone. So Miocene era, Astoria formation, and I guess I probably will prep it. And I was just asking Theo for some help, because when I prep it, I'm new, so I want to be able to prep it nice. But it's something big, and it's probably something from, some marine animal. What do you think, Kyle? You were looking close at it.
Looks like a vert.
Yeah, I think it's vert.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's probably a whale vert.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So, I just have
or
to.
It's just a really weird copper light.
I think you guys all, if you've tuned in for a few of the podcasts, I was really excited about another smaller concretion that I had that was a little bit more this size, and I went ahead and bore into it, and it was the most beautiful, well-preserved coprolite. Yeah. And so if you're watching and you don't know what that is, go ahead and Google it really quick, because then you can laugh at me. So
we got to do a fossil trade, Karen.
Yeah, okay.
I'll send you a concretion if you send me a concretion because those look so much fun.
Okay, and like before, yes, they are. It's such the Christmas box, like this Christmas present that you get to open. But Kyle and I were actually talking very recently about stress relief, and I actually want to ask all of y'all about this as well. What either rock hounding related or otherwise thing do you do to relieve stress? And I'll go ahead and answer that really quick for myself is to open concretions with a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
I'm a super particular person, and this probably sounds like a lot of stress, not like a way to relieve stress, but I fast it when I want to relieve stress.
That is crazy.
Which
you do what?
Yeah, I know. I fast it stones.
Oh, yeah. That sounds
which I was gonna say anyone that knows about faceting will probably be like, what? That's the most stressful thing on the planet, but it's so like I don't know. There's like to me cabs are always like making cabochons is always like free form, like you have wiggle room, but when you set your dials up, you have a very set, what to expect. So it's like paint by numbers, the rock edition, basically.
Yeah.
It's just my time to just shut my brain off and just make some pretty rock.
Nice. Kyle, do you have some stress relief that you do either rock hounding or otherwise?
I just like to play guitar when I'm stressed, honestly.
I like it when you play guitar when I'm stressed too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very helpful. I write songs for the purpose of therapy, basically. Like it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Absolutely.
I was seriously like wiping back tears on some of those. So good.
That's amazing.
Gentlemen, Kurt, Kyle.
I guess it's mainly just rock count. Like normally when I'm stressed, it's mainly just rock counting. But a lot of times, if I can, I'll bring my DSLR out and do some nature photography. Just being in nature just really helps ground my mind.
Oh yeah,
spirit and so forth. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, your eye with that camera is art, pure art, man.
Thank you.
So good. Yeah.
Awesome. I missed my old camera so bad that got destroyed. Well, it drowned, honestly.
Oh,
it
I
fell
know.
in the river.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And lost a kayak in the process.
Yeah.
It sucked, but I used to do a lot of.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was super rough. But I used to do a bunch of scenic and nature and wildlife photography, and I use a GoPro in my phone now, so it's been almost a year now since I've been able to actually do it, and it sucks.
Yeah, that's rough.
Hoping soon. I'm hoping to get an actual real good camera within the next couple months. It'll be my 10,000 subscriber reward to myself.
Yeah.
Can your GoPro take photos?
It can, but it's they're just not great, really. Like you can't for scenery, like actual mountain scenes or forests or something like that. It does really well, but the main thing that I loved was nature, wildlife photography specifically. And I had a 500 millimeter lens for my camera, so you could just get way up close. Yeah. And we go out into the boonies, and I have a bunch of horned owl photos. I have a bunch of we got really good pictures from a very good distance of 2 parents and 2 baby foxes, all 4 playing together.
Oh, cool.
Right outside of the burrow, and that's I live for that kind of stuff, but you can't get close enough. Even with my phone, which has a really good zoom, you just cannot get close enough. You need a dang near telescope to get up close to them. So,
do you have any of your photos online?
Not online. They're all on SD cards, but I'd be happy to get some on my phone and send some to you. I'd love to show you guys.
Yeah. There's a website I'll tell you about that's kind of cool. You may enjoy it for photography.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah.
We need your answer for stress relief and for your find of the week.
Let's try to scoot underneath the radar there.
Check it out. I'm not letting
Get away.
Yeah.
So I talked about the estate sale that I bought with my friend, I bought last week. My friend helped me unload it. It's not a huge find like a lot of you guys' cool rocks are, but it's something I did not have on my shelf before. He gave me a little Columbia Basin agate. It's got some water lines in there.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And so I thought that was really nice of him. He's one of those people that if he has rocks, he'll try to give rocks away whenever he sees someone. And so that was really nice of him to give to me. So it's going to go on my shelf behind me. And then for stress relieving, I clean. That's my stress reliever.
Your shop is a good testament of that.
Right. And Theo was going to invite you to his, right?
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I'm going to hire you to come clean my shop because my shop's a freaking disaster.
How stressed are you?
That'll be our first collab.
Right.
So usually like my cleaning it depends on like the day and how much stuff needs to be done, like dishes and just like stuff around the house, because I like to make sure that stuff keeps relatively picked up, because if it's done and out of the way, I don't have to think about it. It's one less thing I have to really worry about. So
Yeah.
when I get stressed, I'm finding stuff to clean and to keep things nice. Right now my shop is not like spot clean right now, like super clean. There's still some rock dust in some of the machines and on the tables. I had to empty out one of my cupboards to find some safety pins for Amy tonight. So my entire cupboard is like on a rolling cart right now, and the cupboards are not organized right now. I will admit that right now they're not organized. There's the catch. Shop looks clean, the cupboards are a mess. But at one point they were organized. It's just, as time goes on, you just throw stuff in there and you tell yourself, okay, I'll deal with it later. But I'm the kind of person that will sort screws and nails into their own containers, and I need to go through there and do that again.
I do it when I need them. Screw. Like I just take them when I need them.
I clean when I got stressed. My life is a wreck all the time.
That's a song. Yeah, well, that's why like that's a story in a song, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're Wild Kyle and I'm Mild Kyle.
It's a very
because I'm pretty sure you have way more stories than I do.
Oh my god.
Well, does anyone else have any questions or requests before
I have a request. Like, can Kyle please play?
What?
Can you play?
Oh yes, yeah.
Please?
She just pulls Uno out.
What?
Someone just pulls out a deck of Uno. You were asked to play.
Yes, and I have a straight flush. Yeah.
What do you play? I play cat.
Sorry.
It's a good feel. Probably not tuned. Hold on. Maybe tune her up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Sorry, I won't interrupt anymore.
I told you could play kazoos and washboards and whatever you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Forgot my jug.
I'll play the pen.
So let's see. So I know with the Zoom you have to turn original sound on, which it is on. Okay, cool. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear. Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah.
You can hear the guitar.
Does it sound like it's underwater?
Yes, it sounds really pretty.
Actually,
Like
yeah,
we're
sounds
diving
really cool.
for fossils underwater with Kyle.
That's kind of an awesome effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna Zoom does some really weird stuff to audio. because we were doing so I host an open mic at this place called the Bowl in Gainesville, and for most of the pandemic, we've been doing virtual open mic with Zoom, and yeah, it was always like the struggle was always just like using the guitar and all that crazy stuff. It was always just like, what should I play?
What you want?
I'll play one of the new ones because I've been enjoying this one. Oh, I messed it up. I was like trying to tune it again, and it was like, all right. It still sounds out of tune. Hold on. Very picky.
Might be your room.
My ear is like super sensitive to it. I feel like.
That's awesome. So you play by ear?
Yeah.
Nice.
I do. We're gonna call that good enough right there. I'll do this one called "Holding On to What I Hoped For." It's kind of a love song, but
Yay. I like that one.
kind of sad.
Forgive me if I cry.
Well, I know I shouldn't let myself love you, 'cause I know that love takes more than a little while. But am I fooling myself one way or the other? It's hard to tell when I see you smile. And it's easy just to blame it on the timing. Oh, but darling, time ain't gonna hang around. So why can't we just let it be the way it is? 'Cause I ain't felt nothing like it for a while. Well, I've been holding on to what I hoped for, but I guess what I hoped for just ain't the truth. So don't you get too far ahead of yourself in your head, 'cause you'll end up just like me, not knowing what to do. We can have our fears and all our reasons, but none of that comes with you to the grave. So maybe I will just tell you the way I'm feeling, 'cause nobody's guaranteed another day. Well, I've been holding on to what I hoped for, but I guess what I hoped for just ain't the truth. So don't you get too far ahead of yourself in your head, 'cause you'll end up just like me, not knowing what to do. Well, I've been holding on to what I hoped for, but I guess what I hoped for just ain't the truth.
don't you get too far ahead of yourself in your head, 'cause you'll end up just like me, not knowing what to do. Baby.
That's awesome.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
that's so good.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I appreciate it.
It was really cool. I got chills when you started singing. It just sounds so good.
Right?
His
Yeah.
voice. Someone's comment in your live show basically described your voice, because I was trying to figure out the right word to describe it. Like, I know I want to use the word like honey, and someone actually used the word, I forgot what they said, but they're like, it wasn't wrong. It was like dark. I'll go back and try to find it, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's about right.
Maybe that was it. A glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
You have
That's
you have a song about rock hounding or
Yeah,
fossil
kind of,
hunting.
like
Yeah.
indirectly about it.
Yeah. I like that one. That was good.
Called what did I call that one? Oh yeah, the dark side of a mountain. I'm gonna
Yeah.
write a book titled that one day.
Sorry,
It's gonna be all about the philosophical aspects of rock hounding and fossil hunting. All the lessons learned.
And that was a good
You
song.
know? Well, you put another song. What should I call it? What you think?
I want another one.
Yeah, I'm never gonna say no.
Oh, Kyle, are you down with that?
Yeah, no, I'm totally down. I mean, I don't know if you're talking to me or WildKyle.
Like, all right, Mild Kyle, now you play one.
Yeah.
I would drive away people.
And a 1 and a 2.
I've been happy with this one, so I'll do this little tune called As the Day Goes Passing By. Well, there's wildflowers blooming. It's early morning May. I'm showing you my favorite place to be. But tomorrow you'll be gone, heading out there toward the sun. Today, darling, it's just you and me. Well, I'm gonna sit by the winding river. I'm gonna look you in the eye. I'm gonna feel all sorts of something as the day goes passing by. As the day goes passing by. When we laid down in the sand, I wished I'd have held your hand. We laughed and cried and threw a couple stones. But tomorrow you'll move on like a song I never sung. Today felt like forever till it was gone. Well, I'm gonna sit by the winding river. I'm gonna look you in the eyes. I'm gonna feel all sorts of something as the day goes passing by, as the day goes passing by. Well, I'm gonna sit by the winding river. I'm gonna look you in the eyes. I'm gonna feel all sorts of something as the day goes passing by, as the day goes passing by, as the day goes passing by.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I feel pretty honored to be able to have a musical artist on the channel for the first time ever.
Hey, I'm stoked about that.
And a good one at that.
I'm glad that y'all were like, hey, you should, if you want to, play a couple songs. I'm like, okay, sweet.
Heck yeah.
I'm down for that any chance I get. That's like great.
So is there any place in particular that people can go to find that music?
Yeah, you can find me on pretty much any streaming platform and stuff like that. I have an album I put out last year. It's you just search Kyle Keller. There's tons of videos on YouTube and stuff like that as well. And hopefully more soon if I start posting more of it, you know.
Yes, please.
Do you have any CDs people can purchase?
You can download the album on Bandcamp. It's like a pay what you want thing. I don't have any physical copies right now that people can purchase. I will probably with so when I'm going to be starting my next record soon, and that one's definitely going to have physical copies. I don't think I'm actually going to do any for the one I have out right now. But I'm definitely going to be doing physical copies for the next one. I'm probably going to do vinyl records.
Yes, please.
Nice.
I want
Whenever you get them, let us know.
Yes.
I just realized I'm still muted. My bad.
I was like, wow, Theo's so quiet.
Well, no, my cat escaped, and he's been out here just screaming in the middle of Kyle's playing. And I'm like, no, shut up right now. This is not your moment.
I thought I heard it.
I know, and then I promptly muted it.
Like
the
very first song that he was playing, like within like 10 seconds into it, I heard a cat at the same time he started singing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was probably on my end.
My cat is like literally, my cat's like biting the top of my guitar right now. Look at this.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So what is that piece of artwork?
I was just about to ask.
What?
Actually, roommates. That's not mine. I didn't do that. I'm
Roommate
not a painter.
paints? Ooh. I like roommates artwork.
Yeah, I'm not a
Oh, nice.
I was a painter.
Well, your musical paintings are absolutely fabulous.
I can paint with words, but not with.
I was gonna say you were handed the canvas of sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we like those paints in our ears.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's healthy.
I'll take it anyway. Go ahead. Heavy metals or whatever in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Well, let's see. We're almost at 2 hours. Let's go ahead and move to words of wisdom. So we'll go ahead and have Kyle take us off on this one.
What do I do?
Basically,
do you have some wise?
Yeah, wise advice, words of wisdom.
Wise advice. Can it be about anything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, last time, for example, I told everyone to eat healthy.
after you divulged what you ate and drank, right?
Yeah.
I'll steal one of my song lyrics, I guess, and go on that. And this is for all the rock hounds and treasure hunters out there. If you ain't looking, you won't find nothing at all. So you got to be looking to find it.
Yes.
Get out there, you know.
Yep.
And that's honestly that goes beyond rock hounding and fossil hunting. It's with a lot of things. If you're not looking, you're not going to find it. So keep your eyes open and keep your mind open and your ears open, and you might find what you're looking for.
That's a very good one.
Yes, it is.
I love that.
So who's? You want me to go?
Garrett?
I'll
Oh, Kurt.
Okay, I'll just kind of go with kind of like what WILDKYLE said. But if you're out rock hunting, and you're out in the public eye, don't be afraid. Get out there and do it. Don't let people don't let judgment scare you or keep you from doing what you like doing. So.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll kind of piggyback off of what Kyle said. And I think my advice this week is learn to become comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because anytime you start any new venture, it's going to feel wrong. And if you are too attached to your comfort zone, you will probably just give up, which you should never do. Everything worth doing feels wrong when you start doing it, especially if it's outside of your wheelhouse. But you'll never know if you're good at something new if you don't try it. So learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
It's pretty on point.
What about you, Kyle? Mild one.
Mild Kyle. Welcome to the Rockhound Podcast.
Yeah. Mild Kyle here. I'm gonna go look for some rocks.
I could talk long and slow like Mountain Man from some of the TV shows. And now, my words of wisdom is just to be kind. Because, to be honest, in the last, since the pandemic started, people have been stuck indoors, and I think things are starting to get let up a little bit, but still people have been less. I mean, people are easy to get angry anymore. It's just easy to be kind to someone. It just takes, even if you compliment someone, you don't know what their day's like, you don't know what their week has been like. That one compliment them can make their entire month. So be kind. That's literally my words of wisdom.
Nice. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the fact that we went rock hounding today, and season's supposed to be over. Back when somebody asked if the winter was the good time on the beach, yes. And winter's over. In fact, we're supposed to be sanded over by now. But I encourage, you know what? If you want to go out and be out with nature, it doesn't matter what you find. And most likely you're going to find something that really renews your day. Might not be a rock.
Absolutely.
Might be a bird or a wave.
Or
the tree. Yeah. And so we went out hounding today and hunting, and you know what? We were 100% successful. And I'm not even going to talk about what I found. It doesn't matter. So I also want to shout out really quick EBJ Hart from Devon, UK, again, thanks. And Hassau Andre from Romania, just a few of the people that are tuning in from other parts of the world. And we thank you for showing up for us. And of course, the gaggle of usuals from Australia, Nevada, New Mexico, BC, Canada, Montana, of course, Pacific Northwest, etc. And another viewer shouted that they wanted to see Agate Dude, who is Chase. So I just wanted to give a little feedback from some of the viewers really quick, because they've got some wisdom for us too. And then
Karen, Can I elaborate a little bit further on what you said your advice was? That it brought up something that I think is important to say, especially with all the rock hounders and fossil hunters that are going to be watching this. So what you said about it doesn't matter what you find. That's super important because I think a lot of people get into this hobby for the first time and they go out expecting to find something great. Like I'm gonna find like especially Florida, it's like I wanna go and find a huge megalodon tooth, is the thing that you hear a lot of people say. And then you hear like people being like, my kid's gonna be super disappointed if they don't find a megalodon tooth, or my wife's gonna be disappointed, or my husband. What I always try to urge people to think about is that it's not always about the find. It's about getting out there and having the adventure and looking for it. Because if you find something crazy every single time, it's not going to be as special when you do.
Yeah.
And it's not about how big the thing is you find, or how much it's worth, or how much whatever. It's about the memories that you make while you're out having these adventures and the experiences you have. That's where the real value comes in with this sort of thing. I mean, that's what I always remember. It's like I remember this funny thing that happened with my friends or something on a day. Like that's the very important
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yep.
I think it's easy to forget about that when you're getting discouraged maybe about not finding something, but it's not always about that. And you're never guaranteed anything really great, but you're going to have a great experience no matter what. So, focus on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kyle. That's the gemstone right
Absolutely.
there. Yeah.
Well, does anyone else have anything else? Okay.
Is this where I go into my mandatory, just stupid advice for the day? Starring Theo Kellison.
Don't just a fart.
Open an umbrella indoors. Is that real? Is that a thing? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know.
my brain just made that up.
We don't even have those out here in the PNW.
What's
No,
an
no
umbrella?
umbrellas allowed. Yeah. No.
We just wear really big hats.
Yeah.
Big coats. Yeah, and big hats like Kyle's.
Got a big hat right now.
I like it.
Dude, I love the rain in Florida. It's so warm compared to the ice rain we have in Montana. I actually love the rain in Florida. We totally just go out, no thoughts of getting out of the rain. It's warm. It's like warm water. It's amazing. Sorry, that's my random nothing thought for the day. There we go.
Well, I guess on that note. Don't mean to rain in on your parade there, Theo.
Yeah, tune in next time when Theo.
Dumb note.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for stopping by to watch today's podcast. Again, leave us comments for the next episode and where you're from, and we'll see you in the next one. So, see you then, and rock on.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you so much for coming on, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, thanks for coming.